from Abuja because one of the people that tell our country director, I know the conference is going on in Lagos, I know we are doing the grand finale in Abuja, we are having in Port Harcourt. Where will you be speaking more? He flew from Abuja because he wanted to listen to his principles more. Because in Lagos, Dr. Theophilus didn't really speak much. He didn't speak much in Lagos. He is speaking more here. Please put your hands together and welcome Dr. Pius back home. In the women world, I don't know if, you see, should I use Her Majesty? We spoke yesterday. If she's around now, but if she's not, because we must have a woman. Now I'm not talking about Dr. Florence. Dr. Florence, she's our keynote speaker. That's a different package on one side. But we spoke yesterday, myself and a queen from a kingdom. She was here. She was one of the people listening to us, and she was part of the people that were trying to shake the table. So when the queen is not around yet, let me bring up one of our new inductees who was shaking the table yesterday. She will come and represent the women. She said we should break the table and shake the shaking. I don't know.
You can see she's looking more. Oh God, have mercy. See how she's looking. Thank you very much. Yes. Oga, it's not cool.
All right. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up the country director, Dr. Theophilus Kennestone, to join the panel. Now, this is how we moderate it because we have just 30 minutes. Sir, you can come. We have just 30 minutes. Time, our major enemy. And me, I have decided to win time every day. It's a battle for survival. You are here, you are doing great because you won time. Please, can you lift up your hands and let's ask a question about leaders beyond the norm. What you have heard yesterday, you have a question about leadership, you have a question about the country reality, Africa reality, the global reality. You have the question, intelligent questions. Can you please raise up your hands now and let's coordinate that very fast. You remember, we are battling with time. So great people don't have time to wind them before they do things. They move sharp with time. Can we raise our hand? You have intelligent question about the reality in Nigeria. Intelligent question. Thank you, sir. Please come, sir. Time. Our major enemy. Time is our target now. We win time, we win life.
As you have questions, please come. Please come.
Let's line up.
And the purpose of this colloquium is so that you can hear from members who are also doing very well in their various regards. Is that okay?
Yeah.
15 seconds.
15 seconds. Right, my question is, I had a woman yesterday speaking on women about their arrivals on time in disrupting the status quo. I want to still ask, why are women still on the begging side? Why are women still begging? They're still fighting, they're still struggling. Even after their Beijing 2020 and whatever they've been trying to kind of achieve, why are women still not winning the battle? Throughout the world, you discover that men are still at the helm of affairs.
Okay, thank you, sir. But I'd like to ask you, who is the women now fighting?
The women fighting,
Is it men they are fighting?
I think yes, they are fighting men. They're trying to kind of disrupt the status quo. Where they
Did your
are
wife
today.
fight you this morning?
Sir?
Did your wife fight you this morning or not?
No, sir. I am even begging her to please give me food this night when I come back after asking this question.
Okay, sir.
Because I want to still know why women are still struggling.
Okay.
On the basis of politicalities, on the basis of leaderships, and whatever, women are still kind of begging. That is my
Okay, please let's reframe that question before you answer. We cannot put that question online. So, why do we feel women, why are women ineffective by your own statement? So that we can also know that men are also very ineffective in discharging leadership roles. So, Mommy, I would not like you to speak, please. Yeah, 10 seconds.
Thank you, my country director. Globally, it's true women are excelling in their different fields of right here in Nigeria, like we heard yesterday, a lot of bank MDs are women who are doing very well, like Zenith Bank,
Now, to add
Fidelity Bank.
to us, the woman who spoke to us yesterday is the secretary of Exxon Total Energy.
We cannot deny the fact that women are doing very well. But, you know, as men, are we feeling insecure?
Clap.
I think exactly that's what we do. We feel we are insecure. But I want to assure you that just like God in His Word said, they are our helpmates. Let's give them a chance. For the few that we see that are doing very well, let's encourage them. That presentation yesterday really tapped on this point that we should do. In fact, I can tell you, in the nearest future, women will soon take over. I can assure you that. Thank you.
Okay, so you have accepted that masculine insecurity is the reason why feminine security is not giving results. So that, do you accept that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so a lot of men are highly inferior. I have met a man who said, what do you mean? I just asked the question, how many men here would like to have an Okonjo Iweala as a wife? And out of about 96 men, okay, come on, you want to ask a question? It never reached that time. Thank you. The question is still ongoing. Give her no. The woman is the woman here. She is her word will hear us. Do you accept the question first?
Please, let me hear the question again.
Why do we have women? No, we have removed the word struggle. Ineffective in discharging majority or a major responsibility bordering on leadership roles.
Okay, I think it borders on when you talk about leadership, you talk about power.
Okay.
And power is not being dashed to anybody.
Okay.
You struggle for it.
Clap, please, clap.
I haven't seen anywhere in any election in the world where, especially those who practice democracy, where women are not given the opportunity to pick form and vie for a position. But one thing I see that is missing is a situation where you have an election, for instance, I'm using election as a yardstick here. You have an election, or let's say in an organization, and you feel you should sit down because you're a woman to merit a position. That is not how it works. The same position or chance that is given to a man is equal chance given to a woman to head any organization.
Okay, I want to say something before we finish. Okay, this man here, I believe opportunities are open based on what you have said. If the woman folk did not come up, it's her business. That is it. Thank you.
Do we get that?
I think I have a reservation to what you said. Yes. My reservation is simple. You can't say women are given equal platform for opportunities because of societal barriers, we have structural barriers
That work more against
women, especially when it comes to Africa. In Africa, let's be particular because we're in this region, women are not given fair and equal opportunity. I could take myself for example. We have slots in my community where women can want to participate in politics. You will see where they just benchmark on women and said, no, it is not for women's position, it is for men. In that case, what do? Especially when all the statistics are against you. Will you fight through it? One of the speakers yesterday said, look for what to fight for. Will you fight when all the odds are against you? How do you win that battle? So at that point, women are not given fair judgment, fair hearing. Yes, with some structural organizations, we know that women have to fight through based on what they bring to the table. That is their capacity, capability, intelligence, whatever you can bring to the table, then you can even fair job. Even at that, the chances are still very slim. So I will take an exception to what you said, fair judgment. I don't accept that. So when it comes to, based on the question that ineffective relevance for women or recognition for women, there are so many factors. We have, just like I mentioned earlier, structural barriers, we have cultural norms, we have myths. Some people have this myth that they believe that women cannot rule. We talk about religions, which is Islamic religion. We know that there is no fair rule for women to live. By so doing, you've already boxed the women. You go to even lack of education. Women are not given fair rule for education. So how do a woman who is not educated understand what it takes to lead? I was having a conversation with our speaker this morning, Dr. Florence this morning.
Florence.
Yeah. And she said something. She said,
Okay, Florence.
yes, I spoke to her this morning because I tried to commend her effort yesterday. I said, you're one out of 1 million women who has this opportunity. If women are given fair room to listen, hear, and understand opportunities out there, I think more women will want to be like you and I. There are a lot of women are deprived, stereotyped, that they can't do this because they don't know what they can do, so therefore their abilities are being submerged. So I think more when women are given education, they are exposed to education, exposed to certain knowledge, they will know their rights, they will fight for it. Thank you.
Now, I don't want to stay long only on women. We still have other issues, okay? But it's good we start with women because we always say women first.
This responsibility.
Sorry. Permit me. I mentioned to her this morning, I said, we're talking about women inclusiveness. How many women were given chances to speak throughout this program?
Just one.
Just one. We talked about it this morning. So from the institute, we are not doing fairly.
Yes.
So we need to start from within
That's
us.
why we are saying
Thank you.
next year, hello, we are going to have a 2-day conference each. If you are going for a conference, you are going. As from February next year, the planning has started. Then you will spend 6 months building up the cost for paying. A whole day will be left for women here.
That's right.
Whether you like it or yes. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. Because we have 5 professional bodies where we can gather membership for women in government. You get what I'm saying? They must be heard.
They must be heard.
I have a daughter
They must be heard.
who speaks to me like this. My son. She has no character that designates her for the woman talk. Do you know what it means at an international conference, an international engagement, that a former president who did had to say, my wife is only for me and for the other world. That connotation is evil. So the question you said about women effectiveness, which she has corrected to say women utmost relevance, is a major issue we are taking very seriously. And I want to promise you, by December 19, we'll be having a conference in Lagos. Whether you like it or yes, we'll be there.
That's right. Let's put that together.
The CIPMD will have said Chartered Interprofessional Management and Development, because this opportunity actually created for us the opportunity to actually license these organizations. We'll be having a conference and we will be talking about women inclusiveness in organizational building. Hello? And we want to promise you you'll be there with us. Thank you very much. Whatever we couldn't do now, we will try and use those opportunities to
fill up.
Thank you very much.
Please celebrate the country director. This looks like
That would be very, very relegating for me to contest on the top of. You stood derogatory for me.
that's what Bishop Oyedepo said.
I am not saying it because of him. Because my goal is clear. I want to raise institutes that will help clear the systems. Will help clear the systems. When CITS starts operating in Nigeria, you will be able to teach a child battle. Don't worry. When CIPMD starts operating really well in the whole of Africa, if you know what personnel management is and you are not serious about it, you will change sector. People don't correct people. It's institutions that correct people.
Aye.
I thank you.
People don't correct people. It's institution that corrects people. Let's put our hands together once again.
Sorry for standing. It's the rule.
Sorry.
I said sorry for standing all.
No problem, sir. Thank you. And my question is on the issue of producing leaders beyond the norm. And you agree with me that philosophy is very important in producing human beings who live like leaders. So, and my question goes this way, as regards young people. Yes, can you hear me? So my question is about young people. What is it, going by the value we are getting in this institute? This is my first time of coming to this institute. Yes, and the value I'm getting is something that's out of this world. My question is, what is the plan, since we are working towards producing the current and next generation of leaders that will be able to do things right and have, results? What are we doing as an institute? That question is directed to you, sir. On reaching out to young people, the younger generation in campuses and probably below the campus level. Is there any plan for young people at that cadre? Because that's my consequence. A lot of young people have to, like yesterday we talked about women in leadership and all of that. If we can reach the younger generation in the campuses and start forming their philosophy as regards leadership, it will help to produce the kind of leaders we're looking for. So that's my question, sir.
Okay, please wait. You said directed to me. I'm not a bomber. You agree? I am the director of this institution. Every year, I'm giving you an opportunity to do something for 5 people. Very different ones. How much did you pay? Okay? And that's for Dr. Ahmed. Okay, please permit me to move this guy to distinguished level. This is what a colloquium produces. Without this question, our cities down here wasn't there. Those 2 questions that just came. The first one has spoken about our ideology, about the future of the people who are maligned and marginalized. This second question talks about people who are forgotten, which is the second law I talked about yesterday, which is the law of the future. So you allow me to speak for 5 minutes to make this clear cut. By next year, after next year's conference, our ELD will start. You know what's called ELD? Executive Leadership Diploma. Meaning, after you have become a member, and you know in your heart that you actually require to learn the principles, the practice of effectiveness in leadership, then you can take the leadership diploma program. Is that okay? That's number 1, related to across board. Hello? After the ELD, when we succeed so well with the ELD, we will move to the PGD. Those are the things we are meant to do as a professional. True of us. Number 2, we have a program called the Early Leaders Program. It was announced in Lagos. And the Early Leaders Program actually focuses on students from secondary schools. We call it You Lead. You go and lead. Youth with leadership, excellence, attitude, and destiny. It is a program called You Lead, where we teach values to students on a general note. But our challenge is driving these things with the institute alone. So by next year, the professional body will have an association of leaders. Once the association is formed, the arm that drives that in schools will be formed by them, so that you don't kill them. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I want to thank you for this, because there is only one way to think leadership, and that is to think future. The future is not here. Where do you say the future is? The one who can run ahead of you, hello, should be given the right to stay in front. Can I say it again? The one who can run ahead of you should be given the opportunity to run in front of you. Because what you can see standing, he can't see running. So you're going to take it, no, left, wonderful, you won. We are doing that. The responsibility may reach you to ask you to drop what you are doing, to come and be the executive director for the schools program. When the institution grows to that level, please don't refuse. Why? Because our father, one of the things that was done in Lagos is that the members of Lagos unanimously agreed for the institute that Bishop or Dr. David Oyedepo should be the eminent grand patron for this institution. He is now the eminent grand patron. And being the eminent grand patron, he spoke to me about structures. That's why we are working on these structures. Now, as the eminent grand patron, in the year 2004, I sat with him. It was in a conference, he was speaking to young people. And he said he wanted to define the word passion for us. And he said passion is compassion, compound passion. Hello? Passion is what? Compassion, compound passion. He said without passion, you will pass on too soon while you're getting. But without compassion, you will live to old age fulfilling nothing. So now that you see that there is a passion in an area that needs to be visited, we are very, very grateful to you for asking this question. And please, always ask us, where have you gotten to in this regard? Because one child that is motivated to stand as a leader is more than 1,000 in the bush in his time. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you.
Please, whoever wants to respond should respond. Thank you.
As our director was speaking, I just pinned down something. I said, you cannot grow what you cannot see. To the person that asked the question, when people do not see leaders who inspire them, ambition weakens, vision shrinks, standards remain low. What does that mean? As an individual, fine, you've asked the question, but you as an individual, what are the legacy you have laid behind as a leader for the next person or the next generation to see your leg?
Yeah.
That was what he said yesterday, legacy. Okay, no, the director. The leg you see. So, yes, as a leader, I think the leadership transformation should transit from us. We should be an example to our generation. From your homes, from your workplaces, from your religious places, you should be an example. Before institutions will start reforming and molding, you should be the number one molder, should be the number one fabricator, you should be the number one spokesperson. You should set the example for leadership.
Well, thank you very much. Please, can you clap?
Let's put hands together.
We have worked on something that I didn't say. Once you start bearing FCL, fellow charter leader, one of our responsibility is you must adopt a school or adopt an institution that you visit regularly to make sure leadership practices are engaging in that school. it is one of the things that will be a recommendation in the future. So that when you become a fellow of this institution, we will ask which institution, which system do you visit to encourage that leaders must arise from here. Nations are built from all the corners. It's just that we are a nation full of expectation from a government who is willing to do nothing for the nation. Well, as well. Thank you very much.
Thanks. My name is Godwin.
Your name is Godwin?
Godwin Gosi.
Please, I want us to wrap our questions short because we have just about 13 minutes to round up.
My name is Godwin. Sir, in the course of this conference, I have learned much about leadership. And I saw
about leading. Leading, about leading. We didn't teach you about leadership. We taught you about leading.
Yes, leading.
Yes.
Now, what I have observed in my little corner concerning leaders is that they have capacity, they have the knowledge, but when they see something that is wrong, because they are informed on the wrong part of it, they leave it that way. So it is like, if I am informed, no problem. But if others are involved, we have to fight it. It has become a disease in most leaders. How can this disease be cured?
Okay.
That is
Let me rephrase the question so that you understand me. I want to do right, but everyone around me wants to do it the other way. How do I survive in such an environment? Is that the question?
Yes. Okay. That is one. Then two, looking at the capacity of these institutions, we are great. And quoting the number you said as number 46,000, I think we have a voice. In as far as 46.
No. We are over 6,000 now. It's the
6,000.
person that was speaking yesterday that has a membership of 46,000 people in this initiative.
Okay, sir. Irrespective of the number we have, as an institute of this nation,
6,000 numbers is not important.
yes, as an institute of this nation, anything concerning leadership, our voice needs to be heard. And I have been looking at what has been going on in our nation and in society at large. I still discovered that the voice of this institute is not in the forefront to direct the thoughts of the masses. What do you think we can do? Or is there anything in the pipeline to see that our voice is being heard? When things are coming up, we should be an institute leading the way in the right direction as a certified body.
Let me just clarify that one. We are not a political party. Hello? Number two, we are not activists. We are schools of thought shapers. Thank you very much. The other area is this. Please don't use the word leader for opportunists. Whole lot of people that can be your followers, you're doing right. It's an opportunity that will come to a place where everybody has no shoes and says shoes cannot be sold here. So it's a leader that comes to a place where no shoes are being used and say, wow, see market. It's an opportunity to say, can you notice where my company sent me to, where they are not using shoes? Who will I tell now to come and buy shoes? The opportunity to lead presents itself anywhere, especially in bad places. One of the courses we take in the institute and the ELD session is the principles and practice of leadership. And we have myths and misconceptions about leadership. And one of the myths and misconceptions about leadership is this: that a leader in Nigeria or in America can come to Nigeria and not be able to be a leader in Nigeria because the systems here are corrupted. And our answer is no. We sure. He was not a leader there. It's the system that prevented him from becoming whom he really is. A leader here is a leader anywhere. A thief there may not be caught there because the system prevents against him. He has to come to a place that is porous for his evening capability to manifest. So once a leader is forever a leader, once an opportunist is someone that requires change. Is that okay? Do you understand me? Yes. So please don't make opportunist leaders and don't make leaders opportunists. Thank you.
Thank you, Country Director. Yes, what we face here in this side of the country is what we call the bandwagon effect. Yes. And this makes you look black in case you don't join them. But this institute is we listen vividly what the director is saying since yesterday. We are trying to bring up leaders beyond the law. Can we be different? Can we shake the table? Can you stand alone, not minding what is happening around you? Because in Nigeria they will tell you, if you can't beat them, join them. But what the institute is preaching is this: with time, as we have more followers, as we have more foot soldiers to carry this message of being leaders beyond the law, beyond the law, this country will be heading towards right direction. Thank you.
I'm intentionally making it short because some people still want to ask questions because they can't stand up, and we have 10 minutes now. 15 seconds.
Thank you very much. God bless you. Question. As a professional body, do the institute have a rule or plan where its members can practice, where the institute can give them license to practice? Sir, yesterday you talked about Bishop, we talk about structures, talking about tables. You cannot break the table that you don't have.
You don't have one.
If you don't have any table, you can't break it. You can't break the table. You can't change the norm in an existing environment. No, we must be there to change the norm. Now, our account by proportion. Challenge talks, ICANN, they control us. I'm not sure that we intend to come, the institute will have a way to bring A and B together to have a license whereby the institute will now monitor them. That's the only way we can be able to look at we doing the main thing. So many organizations in Nigeria need restructuring, and that's where we come in.
Okay, thank you. That question is not important. I will step it down.
Okay.
But I will have to verify why stepping it down. You can't look for license for what you already need. You cannot look for license for what you already have.
Okay.
Certificates will be given to you today. And those certificates by tomorrow morning, are you listening to me? Some people will be getting promotion on Monday, going forward because of those certificates. What you're asking for is, how can we be regulatory? Hello? Can we practice? What are you there doing? No. Yes. You're already practicing. What are you there for doing? If you write a proposal now to an organization to come and teach on leadership, are you getting me? I am giving, here's what I'm saying. And we're also establishing an ELD section, a leadership and diploma section, where you can be taught what you will teach. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's why I said you didn't get us, you get me. At the point where you start bearing FCL, we cannot say we are not teaching our members to teach what has been taught you. Do you get what I'm saying? So, for example, there are 15 misconceptions about leadership. We have not taught you.
Yes, sir.
And the ELD, when you come, we will teach you. When you now go to NNPC, for example, and you teach the 15 misconceptions of leadership, we are in sync. What we cannot go and look for from government is to get the license prerogative of becoming a government-owned charter body. Once you become a government-owned charter body, you cannot be it who feeds you. If we start receiving subvention, then forget your ventures. Am I correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we will not look in the direction of getting subvention when we have already secured chartership from the US. Do you understand what I'm saying? What we want to be is an organization that is known for professional practices, precise professional practices.
So you already licensed, sir.
Thank you very
You
much.
get it? Go and practice.
So the word license is not what we want to use.
Okay?
You say you are already certified and chartered.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
You already certified. Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
Me?
Yes.
What did I do?
Sorry, I took much more courage to come out to do this. We were speaking yesterday. I was thinking that no, it's waiting for a moment like this to come.
Thank you.
So, learn, don't relent.
Learn,
Don't relent.
that I said yesterday.
I'm talking to you. Wait.
Okay.
So that statement caused me to write down this question directly to you. What is one belief you had to unlearn in order to lead beyond the norm? And how did that shape your change? How did that shift change towards your leadership? Bro, do you understand what I mean? Last
Perfectly well. I'm in the house now, I know. Make I speak up for Brooklyn.
Right. That's it. I had 3 questions and then so just give me a quick answer.
I hardly read. As you see me, I hardly what? I hardly sit down to read what someone else has written. You know why? Do you want to know? I do not want to be filled in my management retention with principles that are perspectives. I want to be filled with principles that are practicable. So I am highly selective of the material that comes into my head. I have therefore been able to read one book 20 times than reading 20 books each time. There is only one man I read from, I listen to, I juxtapose, I fight with, I argue his thoughts. His name is Dr. Miles Monroe. I listen and learn so that I don't want to relearn. The accidents that we learn in courses, we don't want to hear. Can I tell you? There is a ministry, because you want me to dagger it. There's a ministry that, okay, in that ELD, there's a course we take. It's called the Burden of Leading. Thank you very much for us making it to hold this. Please put your hands together for our facilitator. There's a course we take in that program. It's called the Burden of Leading. Hello? It means what happens when you have caught your errors, led your errors, only for us to realize that as time goes by, we have been on the wrong path because of your convictions. There was a time in this nation where it was the gospel of make heaven, because heaven was the ultimate, heaven was the most important. True of us, sir? Was that true of us? How does those people who preach those messages now have now? What do they now have now? Seeing that they have been able to raise a couple and a multitude of Nigerians who are docile. And yet, making heaven was not more important in the mouth of the Christ who said, occupy till I come. The occupy till I come was more important to the Christ, to making heaven. He says, concerning the heaven, I have gone to prepare a place, but I will come back to pick you to the place. But before then, occupy till I come.
Doing something.
So today, I do not know how to hold a walking stick, because I have been made docile with the preachings from such mouths. who thought they were leading me and leading us. How do you think they will feel me now that they are in their old age? Do they have the time to actually see and say, these were serious, sticking errors I preached? Making heaven is important, but it's ultimate. It's not immediate. Succeeding here is important, is immediate, and is ultimate. Because if you succeed well here, doing the right things, you will make heaven.
And you will influence more people.
Because all the things I take to succeed right is heaven bound. Did you hear what I said? Can I say it again? All the things that it takes. So I hardly learn. I hardly relearn. I hardly unlearn. That's what I said. An issue. I just go back to relearn who I had learned it from. If you hear yesterday, I was almost speaking like the man I'm talking about. If you listen to me this morning, I was almost speaking. Because once you get the principle right, you are already become the practice. But if you pick the perspective from anybody, becoming the practice, you might be so sure you are on the wrong path. There are books called, there's a book that a lot of people have read. It's about 8 laws of something. Hello, sir. I have read that book, but I read that book from behind to forward. Ask me what is meaning to read a book from behind to forward. That book is the most vilified, the most dangerous book a lot of people say they have read. Why? They read the book not the way the book was written. That book is one of the best books ever written. If you knew what the book was talking about and how you were supposed to read the book, you were supposed to take the law seriously and take the reversal more seriously. Because on each page, on each of the laws, the law was written, and then before the end of the page, a reversal was written. So you were supposed to take the reversal more seriously than the context. So what did I do? I read all the reversal. That's why I could come up with the law of prudence. So you don't just carry a book. Now, by this same next year, you saw me sharing book today. Am I correct? By this same next year, the Institute through me will produce a book called Leading with Ease. That is likely the title of next year's conference. We are looking at either of two titles. Leaders across board or Leading with what? Ease. I have already written 2 chapters. The 2 chapters have the law and then has the reversal. And the book clearly says that if you have finished this chapter, please endeavor to read the reversal twice. So that you don't take a poison thinking you take a principle.
Let's put our hands together for the director.
You shout 3 hip hip hip. Hip hip hip.